Okay, they got her.
Good. Good technique.
So that's a
See?
couple different cars.
Using the shoulder blade.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the shoulder blade. I'm Leon Spears, and I train law enforcement and how to deal with the public.
And I'm Joel Gibbons, and I'm the public. Clearly,
Oh, man.
the back has already been hit, clearly.
Wow. I love how they're evading police and signaling.
That's I didn't even see that. That's crazy.
Let me try to run from the police, but I'm going to signal.
I guess some things are just so innately natural that, or I mean, this person could be off the cheese or something like that.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
So I'm guessing that door is very severely, like, bulletproof. Like those doors.
No, it's not bulletproof, but you're just going to use the door for protection.
Mm-hmm. So small caliber won't go through there, or
Oh, yeah. Rounds will go through a door. It's just you'd rather have that than nothing.
yeah, that makes sense. Not a lot of movement from the car.
Put your hands up! Get out! Get out of the car! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
She holding some.
Drop it! Drop it!
What is that?
Drop it!
I don't know. I don't know if she knows either by the look of her.
Oh, they're tasing her?
I think they hit her with a beanbag.
Get out of the car!
Yeah, that's a shotgun over there. You think they beanbagged her?
Wow. So this officer has really good technique. So he switched weapon systems.
Did he hang that on his side?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Step out of the car! Keep your hands up! Are you guys moving up?
This has got to be terrifying, honestly. She's pretty well protected too with that car. So like if she starts firing, I feel like they have a.
I don't know what was in her chest that she was holding.
Yeah, we might have to run that back at the end of this thing and have another look.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
So they got the car pinned between the police car and the tree.
Good.
Put your hands up!
They should have less than lethal accessible to them.
Keep your hands up! Do you have less lethal?
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
there we go. Yep.
So when they pull these guys, when they push these guys off the, like, are they just looking for anything to pin them against, or just anything they can do to stop the car? Like, is there like a standard practice?
No, you could actually
Get out of the car! Put your hands
use
up!
techniques to have the car veer off, but there's no reason to have them veer off in the woods. I mean, it's dangerous. And then, obviously, it's a wooded area, and you wouldn't want the car to hit a tree and cause more significant damage.
So that's probably why they didn't. Is there like what it's called a pit maneuver, right? When they knock somebody
Yeah.
out, that's probably why they didn't touch. They were just letting her.
Now, we saw the bumper, and they might have tried a couple times, but in a wooded area, it's not recommended at all.
So let's see what she's carrying here. I cannot tell for the life of me what that is. It looks like a backpack of some kind.
Drop it! Drop it!
Maybe like a bunch of wigs she's carrying. I don't.
Let's leave those deployed!
Okay. So officer verbalized that it was going to be deployed. Yep. So they might have struck her with less lethal. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we have a taser out.
He just switched back to the gun though, right? Is that what that is, or is that a taser you think he's holding?
Yeah. No, that is the officer on the right side has a firearm out.
So that's always the first. How do you know when to use the less than lethal stuff? Do they just have
Oh,
assumptions?
it's always dependent on the scenario. I mean, she could just draw out a firearm and start firing people. You're not using less lethal.
But how do they know that she doesn't have a gun or something? I mean, I guess that's probably the.
Well, they don't know. That's why they all have their firearms drawn down on her. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This guy's got some backbone. That would be terrifying for me, honestly. That or getting out of the car and I don't have an actual firearm.
Wow. Okay, good technique.
So she climbed across to the other side. Okay, they got her.
Good. Good technique.
So that's a
See?
couple different cars.
Using the shoulder blade. Mm-hmm. Yep, shoulder blade.
So that what you want to do over the? We're talking the asphyxiation earlier.
No, a position of asphyxia means not breathing. Mm-hmm. So you cannot have somebody in a position of asphyxia that long. They just won't breathe. They'll stop breathing. So that was, again, good technique. The speed was good. Plus, you had 4 officers.
Yeah.
So that was good. But
she didn't seem to be wearing a lot of undergarments. I was like,
wow.
Because I don't want my stuff to get stolen.
I wonder how she got the car.
Wow.
We may never know. I will say, so when there's so many vehicles there, does that mean that she's probably on the chase for a while? Does that because there's so many different cars there? Or is that just generally how they converge when this happens?
It's not cookie cutter, but it depends on what department, what kind of units are out there. Is this county-wide, city-wide, statewide?
Mm-hmm.
It depends,
Yeah.
you know. And it looks like this is pretty rural of a department. So they might have different vehicles with a different equipment. So it depends on.
So they might have just sent
the
everything
units.
they had, right? Like, I mean, if it's in the
No,
middle.
I mean it depends on
Yeah.
on the scenario.
Okay.
She wasn't firing a gun. She wasn't. She looked like she was speeding, but it wasn't where you needed to set up a blockade or things of that nature.
I mean, she signaled to get off the road, and then
Yes.
so I don't.
It's like let me speed away, but I'm gonna let you know that I'm turning left.
Yeah. And in the Ford Fusion, you're not generally going to win that battle, I don't think.
No.
Successful mission. So what kind of grade would you give these officers?
I give these officers a solid B plus.
Okay.
Why I would ding them a little bit, we didn't see prior to the video, but I would not hopefully have allowed her even to gotten into a wooded area. So if you're gonna try to pit, hopefully you can be successful with that before she gets in a wooded area. Furthermore, the speed was really good for the cuffing of the suspect. So that was really good. Another wonderful thing is the first deployment of less lethal actually was successful. So they hit her and she got back in the car. But that was a very, very accurate shot, which is very good as well. Solid B plus. I want the scenario maintained and controlled as soon as possible, and to allow her to a wooded area without seeing what happened prior would hopefully be avoided next time.
So I'm gonna give them, and this was a little bit different here. I'm gonna give them an A-. I agree with everything you're
Okay.
saying, but
Okay.
I like the fact that the officers, I think that they sent some kind of mental waves to this woman to come off, to give the signal off to the road. So so clearly something was going on, either with the the mentality, and I don't know, that might be a little bit more spiritual, but they got her off there.